All right. Well, first off, yeah, I wish I could have done this. I need to get a camera for, or some way of bringing a camera for upstairs so I can do a lot. Because this is the type of thing I would rather not have it being a one-way thing. I'd rather have a discussion. First off, I hope to goodness that I did bring water up. Good. Dan Pencaldi's electrical issues get solved. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, man. If there's anybody I've only been into this for like a year. For me, he is the epitome, for me anyways, of the perfect gamer. I've just like honest, humble, enthusiastic, willing to learn. Oh, name of his show is freaking brilliant. There's been so many times, man, I'm not kidding you, because you gotta remember, I'm like getting into this hobby. I've only been in it basically about a year. And there are times on his show, he is like completely unabashedly asks a question. I'm like, oh, thank God somebody asked that question. I'm not kidding you. So, anyways, hope to God he gets his electrical shit together, because man. Anyways, yeah, I'm upstairs making some counters. Mr. Low-Tech counters. Cheap cardboard chipboard or whatever you can get on Amazon. I'm still using a crappy old inkjet printer, bitmap graphics from MS Paint. Mind you, they're under here. This is what I do after I glue stick the living dickens out of thing. I don't know what you can see. Well, it's down there, but I'll show it to you later. Yeah, I use a glue stick for God's sakes. The only vectors I'm using right now are for the Alberto string point markers, or status markers now, because I'm using them for so many things. I'm just color coding them now. Like, so basically the supply point markers are now green. The ASMs representing supply points are going to be green, so on and so forth. Yeah, they're down there. That's the only vectors for now. Until I get half decent, you know, or whatever, or get what I want, then fine. Mind you, I love these new ones that I'm doing. Nice, proper squares, thick border. I switched to the band shrift font. Looks really nice. Anyways, I did finish the Italian counters this morning, but when I looked at them, the contrast, the color was a bit too dark for me, so I altered them after the live stream. If I showed you them, you may not even notice the difference, but to me it's just this, it's driving me mental, so I was like, okay, why not? And you like making things anyways, it's just another bloody excuse. Yeah, so that's that. Alright, so here we go with a bit of the, well, I like doing a weekly post live stream thingamabob. Which brings me to a thing which I would like to do. It's going to take me a while. I'm going to practice it for a few weeks. And once I get proficient at it, then I'm going to see if Dan would like to put it on his weekly show. I would like to call it something like the Welkrieg Minute or something. And just like quick reminder about the live stream, what's going on with my game, grand campaign, upcoming game with Ken, hopefully, maybe. But it's more towards him than me, I think, than anything. The Caproto thing, that type of, but try to keep it under a minute, which will be difficult. Therefore, I want to practice. And I want to make it nice looking. And I got a bit of inspiration due to the fact that when I saw Mike's little, what do you call it? The thing at the very beginning of his little segments there for Dan's weekly show. Wow, I went, my God, this guy's just like like he's just jumping, like zipping a mile a minute, man. It's amazing. Okay, there. Another thing which kind of drives me nuts, I hope to God that, like, look, everybody that has ever interacted with me on the, you know, in this, whatever, in this forum or media, whatever you want to call it, thank you so much. And if I don't mention your name, for effing sakes, I'm so sorry, because I'm just a dick. It's just the way my mind works. Anyways, So here is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I thought I was going to wait until I finished the mini game downstairs. Sorry. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm using the word, that phrase, mini game. Well, that's what I thought it was going to be called. It wasn't the beginning, it's just the duration of it. This is just ridiculous. But it brings me to this point of why I want to bring the elephant in the room, or mention that the elephant is in the room, and what I'm going to do about the elephant. And I need to do it, because if I don't do it, there's no way I'm going to get the grand campaign done the way I want it to be done. And okay, I know I'm going to be yabbering about that, so let's get to the good points about this game system. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot I'll forget. Okay, if you ever think you're going to ever beat his map for that type of game, forget it. Never going to happen. Which is, for me, just ironic, because I hated it. And now it's brilliant. And I think you can do the scope of what he did of the game, and that's where we're going to get to the other bits later. But what he's done, and remember, a 23-year-old game, maybe 24 now, I'm not sure, but there's a lot that's happened in between where people have gotten things, played with things, try to do things right or wrong or whatever. Anyways, I need to get to this, so I'll try to see if I can do 4,000 things at once. So, Callendale, if you continue watching the playthroughs with me, screams it from the rooftops. And okay, the reason why I'm bringing this up now and not later on when I wanted to do an analysis of the game and so on and so forth is because Ken mentioned something in the live stream. I'm not sure if this is what he was talking about, but the gist of what I got from his comments was that the jury is out with him on Der Welkrieg, and if you're a betting man, I wouldn't bet the house. Put it that way. That doesn't mean, remember, I can't speak for Ken. And I guarantee you, even after I just said that, I guarantee if you ask Ken, do you like Der Welkrieg, or is there any, he would say there's a bazillion brilliant things about it. Okay, so just shush. However, and so anyways, we already just said that Callendale's said, hey, there's a strength point. This is a strength point game. This is crazy. We're doing all this moving around with the counters here, there, and everywhere for what's the point? Especially, man, when you read in the rules, Dave Schroeder specifically says in the rules, once in a while, don't worry about it. As long as the points are okay. So it's like, well, wait a minute here. What the hell? What the hell's going on? Now, then you see someone like Alberto who just saw it right away, real quick. And that's where, like I said, with the ASMs, it kicked me into making them. When Callendale mentioned it at the very beginning when I was watching his videos, and I've listened and watched his videos like of this, not all this stuff, not by a long shot. I didn't understand what he meant. Like, I was like shrugging my shoulders or whatever. Like, what are you talking about, you whiny little whatever? And I think that's because, well, I hadn't played the game enough. And secondly, we were playing completely different games. He's playing the Western Front, for crying out loud. I'm playing the Eastern Front in 1914. Completely different. So the stuff he was seeing about counter density and, having to deal with all kinds of counter issues, I was like, what's he talking about? Nothing wrong here. Nothing to see here, kind of thing. Then, as I got along, I was like, this is it's slowing things down. And if things slow things down too much, the narrative can go away. And that's not a good thing. That's why I think I had a difficulty with the introductory module. It was slowing things down too much. Not this bit. It was just because there was so many things to learn for me. That I couldn't get the narrative going with the game. And I was kind of like, oh well, at least I got to try it, didn't buy the whole bloody thing, you know, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so as time progresses, I was like, I can see the glimmer of what Calendar and others were talking about. Anyways, then along comes Alberto, who goes, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not saying he's a culprit. I'm not. Please, for God's sakes, Then I start setting up the game with Ken, the Gorlitsa Tarnov breakthrough scenario. And I'm like, holy shit, this is nuts. This is nuts. Especially the way I like to think. This is effing nuts. Then I start thinking, if you think you're going to transpose this onto like the grand campaign, you're out of you need your head read, man. And I'm sorry, like, all the power to you, like Jezza 1 and all the other people that have done it or whatever. Hey man, double, triple angel wings, whatever the hell you get in heaven. It ain't happening for me. You can send me to hell. I don't give an F. So what the heck are you gonna, like, what do you do? What do you do with this then? You gotta do something with this. And look, you even saw it in the combat example, figure 9 in the rule book, where the guy, like, he's already using to show you to represent. I'm not saying it. People could say, well, it's just for page. Gonna say for page size, blah 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 blah. Whatever. Give me a break. I can see the shape. I can see it happening. And that's one thing I love about watching other people's playthroughs of different game systems, like the one with Cataclysm now and When Eagles Fight. It's like, oh boy, I can see. You can see. Or I love playing, for example, the Tannenberg game from Decision Games. Very core, headquarter oriented. I like them. There's a lot of good in it. I could see me streamlining already a mile a flipping minute with the counters, and I love it. And all I want for the counters that you're going to get is an identification number, strength points, supply points, whether or not it's an army HQ. That's it, man. The rest will be left off map. But this is where I would like to streamline it further and still. Maybe now it'll no longer become completely Der Weltkrieg, or it won't be, I don't know. I don't know what you'll call it. Will be some way of organizing like a command structure for your forces where you can keep the spirit of the divisions and the brigades and the regiments and so on and so forth, but still have this streamlined flow of strength points moving around on the map, but still be constrained by, you just can't do things willy-nilly because they're just strength points. It's there. It's there. I don't, like, it may not be me that can do it. I'm not saying that. That's why I would love to have this as a proper live stream or whatever. But I think that's going to be the direction I may want to go. I'm still going to obviously do Der Weltkrieg properly. As in, like when I do Caporetto, that's going to be done by the book. And also it'll give me... is this battery still working, or I'd be pissed? Yep, good. Yeah, I want to do, like, also, it'll be experimental for me of things like I said, I want to do some post-recording production and whatever, and I even wanted to, like I was saying about the Der Weltkrieg Minute, got some things lined up about for that. I really like the way, I don't know if others do, I like the way things have changed up a little bit with the Saturday morning, or, well, Saturday, I should say, just say Saturday. Would you be, yep, you'd be okay, you'd still be in Saturday in Australia. Yeah, I should just call it Saturday live stream. Yeah, so that, you know, things are going well, I think. But I want to go towards the narrative with this game. And there's so much beauty in this game. I just got to get rid of, for me, the stuff that just bogs you down. There's no need for it. I'm sorry, there just isn't. You know, and trust me, you're talking to somebody who loves, like, I'm doing stuff downstairs that if you saw paperwork-wise, even the average OCD person would say, what the hell is your problem, man? It's because I love it. That being said, I'm going to get rid of the things that I still love, but it's to a point where it's like, look, man, you're too much of a good thing, or you're just getting in the way. And I want to get towards, like I said, man, this game can sing. It can flip and sing. Anyways, so yeah, I've got these guys, and I'm going to have to change the blade. The X-Acto blade is just taking a beating. It's amazing, eh? Paper and cardboard. Well, think about water. What water can do to a mountain, for Christ's sakes. Give it enough time. Okay, I'm going to probably finish this off because I'm probably babbling like there's no flipping tomorrow. But I did want to show... hold on, I'll try to bring the thing down. I'll be a bit specific. I'll try. Hold on. This may be a bit welcome to seasick land, or whatever they call it. Now, yeah, just a quick yabber on about pencils. I want to show Mike the pencil that I'll be sending him. Come on down, you little brat. Now, yeah, that's how I'm holding on to those dudes. So they're probably finished. Yeah, so I just use these as my weights, as you can see. Ugh. Hold on. Oh, Charles. These are a bunch of my miniature-oriented books. I'll show you someday. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Maybe I should just, there. Hold on. I'll try to get rid of that. Maybe you don't even need that, right? Yeah, there we go. Can't really see what you see. There we go. Just a quickie. Yeah, I'll show that to you later, Charles. If you're interested. If you're interested. Lots of stuff there. Yeah, just a quickie. I'll show the pencils. Get in there, you old brat. So here's the zebra. What a sweetheart, man. What a flippin' sweetheart. Can you see that? No, let's hold on. There we go. Yeah, sorry I took the thing off. That way I can stick it in the shelf, but what a beautiful pencil. Yeah, they're near indestructible. And then get yourself some beautiful 0.72 Bs. Oh! But I do love this little pencil too. Where are you, little brat? It's like, yeah, I'm just going to stop. I think I'm just rambling too much.